What's going on YouTube? Hey, it's Ben. Thanks for checking out my videos again. I truly appreciate all you guys. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. I will love you forever, I promise. And smash that like button while you're at it, just for good measure. So today's video, we're going to talk about cold calling versus cold emailing, how the two relate to each other, what's better, what's worse, what people's opinions are, what general popular belief is, and what reality is. And I'll also give you my personal strategy on what I think is best for the brand new recruiting agency that you're beginning. So, a lot of people think that the first thing you should do is grab your phone and just start cold calling. Just whip it out and just say, hey, this is Ben. I'm calling from XYZ Staffing Solutions and we have an offer for you and blah, 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 and get someone to say yes to you and do business. Sometimes that works, okay? The key word is sometimes that works. There's a lot more to it though than that. That is an excellent strategy if you've watched Wolf of Wall Street and you watched Leonardo DiCaprio absolutely destroy clients and candidates on the phone, right? To get them to do whatever he wants them to do. It doesn't always go seamlessly though. So there's two methodologies, cold email, cold call. My personal strategy, and I'll just dive right into what I think is best, and then I'll kind of dovetail off of other opinions and ideas and strategies. I personally cold email everybody first. That's my main strategy. That's my main game. I cold email someone first. I get a conversation begun. I get them to respond, and then I get an interaction going, which leads to a phone call. Then that phone call is a phone call. It's no longer a cold call. See what I'm saying there? So I basically try to eliminate the cold call by creating a cold email, which essentially turns into a conversation back and forth digitally, then a phone call appointment slash, whatever you want to call it, happens after that. And at that point, we've already established some core of a relationship. And so at that point, we're already sort of doing business because we've agreed upon a set time to talk. We've agreed upon kind of what terms we're going to be discussing. They know what I'm all about already. They've seen my fee structure. They probably have given me a few of their pain points. And so I know everything to go over once we are on the phone. A lot of people like to just wing it and approach this over the phone directly, try to get to a hiring manager, or try to get to a director or a VP or even the CEO on a phone call. The problem is you're going to be fighting gatekeepers, you're going to be fighting random people like their own HR department that doesn't want to give you business because recruiting is their job and they don't want to outsource it, and so they don't want to ask their boss if they can use you instead because they should be doing their own job. So there's a lot of issues with cold calling, okay? So it's just a lot of pain in general that I try to avoid by cold emailing first. And frankly, I think it's essentially a really, really easy lottery to win, right? So my strategy is blasting out about 100 contacts every single day, whether it's on LinkedIn or an actual email interface, and sending them out and then basically hoping to play the odds. Now, the fact of the matter is the odds are very, very good. They're very in your favor. It's not like Vegas where the house has the odds every single time. You're playing in a really good lottery if you're cold emailing for staffing, because essentially you're going to be finding strategically businesses, and we've done videos on this, where you go on Indeed and you actually look for companies that are currently hiring. Maybe their ads are 30 days old and they haven't found candidates at that point if their ads are up, and they're most likely still hiring even if they've hired a couple people. So you're probably going to grab a position or two and a contract. So the game that I play is cold email, and it has very, very good odds. So as far as response rate, you can judge response rate however you'd like, because at the end of the day, some responses are going to be, okay, cool, we'll talk to you. Maybe it'll be a contract. There might be one fill out of it. There might be two fills out of it. However, this is why it's a very, very good lottery to play. One of your responses that you get may turn out to be that $25,000 client I had last year, that $37,000 client that I had last year, that residual business that I still have this year in 2019 that will be probably double the $25,000 they did last year with me. So understand that when you go from computer and then get on the phone with them, you're already in a warm flow. It's a positive direction. You've already done the getting them to say yes train all the way through. So that's a huge thing. And a lot of people overlook that, and they overlook the psychology behind it. What I want to describe now is popular belief and popular opinion. So most people think that it's very direct and very simple just to call someone up and ask them, hey, you know, do you guys have staffing needs, and might you be interested in using us for, you know, hiring some of your positions? Generally, people on the phone, and this is coming from someone with 4+ years of direct cold call experience in advertising and software and all kinds of fields. Generally, people are very apt to say yes on the phone all the time. It's human psychology, it's phone etiquette. Whether we believe it or not, we're very polite on the phone with each other. We don't want to hang up. We don't want to say no. We don't want to abruptly end a conversation. A lot of people just will not do that, including business owners and even directors, CEOs, whomever. They're always going to say something to the tune of, we'll mull this over. I might pass this over to my partner. We're going to take a look at this. I can get back to you on Monday. Yeah, this might be something that's interesting to us. A lot of the times people will tell you what you want to hear. That's not what you want. You want business. You want traction. You want real conversations. Guess how you get real conversations? An email to a phone call. Reason being that's real is because when I send an email to someone, they have no obligation to respond. None whatsoever. If they respond, that means they're going out of their way to connect back with me, to set up a phone call and allow me into their organization further so that I can connect better and have a better opportunity at actually getting business with them. They've got zero obligation to do that, but they will, and they do all the time because I get clients out of it nonstop. If you call someone on the phone, chances are that you'll get someone to give you like a warm, lukewarm yes, or a yeah, you know, probably type of thing, or we'll get back to you next week, etc., etc. And then what happens is it goes dead. Radio silence happens. The following week comes and nothing happens. Or you reach out to them again and you get this surprisingly cold answer from them. Like, who are you again? What? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. No. Because human nature is that they always want to give you that yes train on the phone. It's just phone etiquette. So my strategy is always to go email first and then get on the phone with somebody because I know it's genuine. And so my biggest thing is doing genuine business with people that are actually interested in paying me to supply them with candidates. And that's what I'm in the business of doing. That's how I make my money. So the best way I go about it is cold email first, turn that into a warm conversation, set a phone appointment, then I know everyone in the room is serious, and we close the deal on the phone thereafter. And that's always how I go about it. So I have, in my Facebook group, I put up a poll, and I actually said, who prefers cold email over cold calling? And the majority of people put cold email. The 1 or 2 people that put cold calling, that was just their strategy. I mean, they're just hardcore. They just go after it, and they prefer to pick up the phone nonstop and just slam these phone calls out. And I do understand that perspective. I understand that you want to get directly to this decision maker and you want to get on the phone and have a verbal convo back and forth. And that can work, right? Like some people have massive success doing that. But I can tell you fact for fact that if you cold emailed someone or connected with them on LinkedIn and started a slow warm-up conversation, that you're basically at double the odds of closing out a deal with that person if they continue that conversation. If they shut that conversation down right then and there, you know for a fact they're not interested because no one's going to respond to your email if they're not interested. So the basic premise of this entire video is that my strategy is cold email into a conversation, set a phone appointment, close a deal, staff, collect a check. If you're someone that doesn't believe in that approach and you want to try cold calling out and you want to just do cold calling, go for that. See what your success rate is. I'm all about trying and opening every single door that's possible. However, I think that people who send out cold emails have much more success overall, and I believe that to be true based on whom I've talked to and research I've done myself and my own personal experiential experience. So with that being said, guys, hit the emails hard. I truly believe you'll have success doing that, and I really don't think you're wasting your time cold emailing people. Although it might be tedious, it might be mundane, it's a little bit boring, it's not actionable and fun, you're not hearing a voice on the other end of the line. A lot of the times you'll actually be waiting out 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half or so to get a response from someone because they're in review of your email. They're actually looking at it and checking out the price point, looking at the things you have to offer. They might go to your website and check out things about you first, and then check out your LinkedIn and other things like that. So bottom line, that's my strategy. That's what I go with. I highly recommend it. I've had all of my success based on that strategy. So in the first 6 months of business, like I say, every time I closed $100,000 in business, and I did it all through cold email and then phone outreach afterwards. I have not done cold calling prior to that to close any of those accounts. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off. It's Friday night, guys. I hope you're relaxing a little bit, but I hope you're doing some weekend work as well. So let's get after it. And thanks for checking out my videos, guys. If you haven't subscribed, again, subscribe. If you find any value in this video, smash the like button. Just destroy that thing. I want to see like at least however many people view this video, like the video, please, just for validation. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. Take care and have a good night.